It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night primetime.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin, so pleased to be joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, these Vikings had things rolling in 2022, a 13-4 record, new head coach, an exciting offense, but it all came crashing down in another early playoff exit.
And that really was because of the defensive side of the ball. They had a terrific record. Would they win 11 games by one score or less, an NFL record? Got to get strong on the defensive side in order to get deeper into the playoffs.
And then for the visiting Bears, they want to wipe the slate clean from 2022. Now, working in their favor, we've seen plenty of teams in the NFL make big turnarounds from year to year. What can the Bears do to just get back closer to maybe 7, 8 wins, Charles?
Well, they want to coalesce all this young talent that they're accumulating and guys that they've brought in from the outside and start to build a culture, a feeling around this team that they know they can compete week in and week out.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback's single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
They run with a fourth-round pick, Roschon Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Pushes him aside at the 10, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. This from 25 yards out. Joseph's got it, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Fields on first down. Screen play, Johnson. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
On play action, Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Madison running left. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Madison. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Dobbs is throwing. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Dobbs. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That is caught. He's got space past the 25. And finally brought down at the 38. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dobbs. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. To return is Taylor. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st down, Fields. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Dobbs. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Madison diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, it's Fields. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of running back Roschon Johnson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Madison running on first down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Dobbs. Slant route, and he's got Addison. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the Bears'
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Dobbs is throwing. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. N'Keal Harry from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, here's Tyler Scott. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Now a 2nd and 2. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now motion left with Mooney. On 2nd down, Johnson. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's Powell on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd down and 8. Now a give to Madison. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Dobbs. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dobbs completes this to Addison out left. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down. Up near midfield, spotted at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw, Dobbs. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Madison. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Dobbs. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment, because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chicago offense set to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
To throw is Dobbs. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Dobbs to throw.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Dobbs. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Dobbs. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.